You think you know me.
Wrestling fans, what's going on, man? It's Black Couch Booking here with a brand new video. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. And if you're old to the channel, Couch Crew, you already know the vibes, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to me, on YouTube if you haven't already. Make sure you check out my Instagram, Real Black Couch Booking, TikTok, Black Couch Booking, and join the Patreon. The links are in the description down below. But today we got a different video topic today, man. One of my most viral videos that, put me on the map, I would say. I made a video about, black wrestlers always end up being a joke. Made another video about, black wrestlers, male wrestlers being a stereotype and things like that. And, people grow, people, learn different things over time. People change, people's opinions change and things like that. So I wanted to make this video today, to discuss how my perspective on, black male wrestlers and where they are today has changed over time. And it's really due to Javon Evans, man. Shout out to Javon Evans, the young OG. I'm very impressed with Javon Evans. I think that he has a bright future if treated right. He doesn't have to be a world champ. He doesn't have to be this, that. I just think he's very entertaining. I think that he will be a great addition to the main roster. He's been doing good on his SmackDown tryouts, as I call them. And, he said something earlier in the media about basically he doesn't want people to count him out because of how he talks, how he delivers his promos, how he uses his slang, and that, that is who he is, and this is how he is in today's wrestling world. Is very different from how they did promos back in the day. And you know what? That really resonated with me and made me think about how a lot of people will count him out for his promo style. Now, am I saying is he just the best promo style in general? No, but at the end of the day, it is natural, it is organic, and it might not be a straight cookie cutter or straight hit this point, hit this point, hit this point, talk with this certain vernacular or this certain tone of voice. And that's absolutely fine. We're in a new, different, a new age, a new era. And I like the way he delivers his promos because it's hip, it's young, it's in with the young crowd, and it's relatable to individuals who not only look like Javon Evans, but those who don't, who can appreciate the culture. So that's why, my perspective on black wrestlers has changed drastically, over the course of starting this channel about, 3 years ago, 2-3 years ago, whatever the case may be. Javon Evans, in particular, really made me think about, I remember I made the video, I want more black male wrestlers to have different characters and things of that sort, because I felt like most black male wrestlers had the stereotype, even the women too. I'll talk about the women too. The stereotype of, shades, chain, hip hop swag, blah, blah, blah. And people had their opinions. Of course, people probably was saying behind the scenes, that's some Uncle Tom Coon stuff. Why are you upset with the way these people, are delivering themselves if it's their natural selves? And of course, my rebuttal was a lot of them, that's not their natural selves. They have different, outlooks on life that they can't portray on screen because they have to be a certain thing. But today, I feel like keep doing it, man. Hip hop is a part of black culture. Rap is a part of black culture. Slang is a part of black culture. Black culture in America and in other UK, all type of places, there are different aspects of being a black person. I wear shades. I have chains and stuff like that. But, also I watch anime. I got my God You, if you watch Gen V, got my God You sweater. I'm into watching movies and shows. There's different aspects of being a black person in America and all around the world. So I feel like the people who want to be what they want to be or whatever they're booked to be, it's not an issue because it's real. Montez Ford Montez Ford Street Profits, period. They come out with the, with the music. Montez Ford got the shades and the chain on, but Montez Ford throw a suit on too. Montez Ford is a clean cut black man, which I think is one of the, better examples of what I really would look for in a black superstar today, because you don't see a lot of that. You saw with the Hurt Business, and things of that nature. But Montez Ford, I said before, he could be the Will Smith of WWE, be the role model to the kids, clean cut, still wear the J's, still do his thing, but be a positive role model, and that's fine. But it would be hypocritical of me to not say I didn't like MVP back in the day. I didn't like Crime Time back in the day, which I genuinely did. You know what I'm saying? So my course of thinking now is, I will never, shun Carmelo Hayes, because Carmelo Hayes, that's him. He's him, pun intended. You know what I'm saying? That's his swag, and I'm rocking with it. Javon Evans, I like what Javon Evans is doing. I like what he's doing, and he's a young black kid. I mean, he's like 21 or something. That's still a kid, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's still a kid. You feel me? He's a young black kid living in the TikTok world, in the social media world, growing up with all these different things around him. And he shouldn't have to change himself in order to progress more. Like, I did go back and think about how, the hurt business at the time, I like the clean cut suits, and they meant business and things like that. But if they were coming out with the chains of hip hop gimmick, that's not a problem. That's not a stereotype. That's a part of our culture. And it shouldn't be a hindrance to the booking. It shouldn't be a hindrance to them pushing forward. I was thinking that, maybe if more guys were like the hurt business, and, a different character, that they would get pushed. In the New Day are a prime example. They don't do all that type of stuff. They're still black men, though. And that's fine. It's great to have diversity. If a guy like Jasper Troy can actually become something, he is the character that I was looking for. I want to see a character that's a little bit different. Like I said, I want to see a black guy that's a rock character. And characters aren't a big thing in today's wrestling, which may be a problem. The only people that are characters are people who are very character-centric, like, the Wyatt Six and things like that. But they're few and far between. Most people are just themselves, and they'll do a goofy laugh or a catchphrase, or their gear looks a certain way, but they're still normal human beings. And black male wrestlers should have the opportunity to be pushed to the forefront if they are good enough, even if they have that hip-hop gimmick. Because at the end of the day, now, here's where the thing's about to take a turn. A lot of other individuals are benefiting from the hip-hop gimmick, the swag, the chains, the shades, the grills, and all that type of things, and they're being pushed to the forefront. So, now that I am where I am, it would be hypocritical for me to, be happy with them getting pushed, and the black guy got to wear a suit and things of that nature. I don't think that's the case. Like, we're in a different time now, guys. Like TikTok, Instagram, music videos aren't as big as they used to be, but what do we still see in the music videos, bro? There's nothing wrong with that. And like I said, like a guy like Montez Ford, he can do both. But a guy like Carmelo Hayes and Javon Evans should still get equal treatment. And like I said, that shouldn't be a handicap on them. And the vernacular thing and the speaking thing that Javon Evans was talking about, I really think he brought something to light that a lot of people won't pay attention to. And he might not know what he did, but he sparked up a very good conversation. Because at the end of the day, if they don't push a guy like LA Knight, who does the traditional Stone Cold Rock type of promo, that's what y'all compare him to. I just think, he has that old school style, which is a good style of promo to me. If they won't even push that, you might as well go the other route and just be natural. That's why I love Jada Parker, a natural on the mic. But they said way back when that they didn't feel like she was marketable as a Lola Vice and things like that. And it's like, stuff like that is very strange to me. She's a good promo. What she uses, she's young. She's early 20s as well, or mid 20s as well. So I don't see the issue in that. And, it's not me cherry picking, trying to be a grifter and things like that. It's just a change of perspective. Like it would be so cool if Carmelo Hayes could bring back the spinner belt. If John Cena could benefit off of hip hop culture back then and be pushed to be WWE champion, United States champion, why in modern day, where y'all using Megan Thee Stallion theme song, having Cardi B host SummerSlam, having Metro Boomin have the song for Bad Blood and all these things, then why aren't the people who started the culture, who are the culture, are able to benefit. Why can't you support our Truth album, even though, you know, he made a country album, but he raps as well? Why can't that be the case, you know? And we shouldn't have to change who we are or what's a part of us in order to be a main event player. The thing I always liked about wrestling is the stories and the characters. Everyone was different. If all the black dudes just start wearing suits and take themselves extremely serious and they have no swag, that's not the epitome of what a black man is. An epitome of a black man is also not, you know, super duper hip hop swagged out, you know, all that type of stuff either. The epitome of a black man is being comfortable in your skin and in whatever style you have. That's why a lot of people gravitate to black culture, because black culture is organic and natural, and it's whatever spin on it that you want to take. Like I said, I'm wearing a hoodie from the boys from Gen V. God, you know what I'm saying? But I got the do-rag on at the same time. I could tell you about, you know, all the anime that's out right now that's popping. I could tell you about all the rap music that's out right now that's popping as well. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just with growth and with time, like, you really learn a lot of different things about yourself and different things about life. Even through wrestling is so beautiful. Like wrestling, as I've stated before, it's really, you know, it's a reflection of reality, but not based in reality. And that's why wrestling will always be something that I'll always stick to no matter what, because you can always find things in the world that you can relate to it and put into it. But at the end of the day, it's larger than life characters, larger than life scenes and things like that. So, you know, my perspective really changed, and I'm happy it did. That comes with growth, because I would love my son to look at a Javon Evans and be inspired by a Javon Evans. He can also be inspired by the Hurt Syndicate over there in AEW. He can be inspired by Swerve, who is a hybrid of everything. Swerve is everything. That Swerve and Montez Ford are the guys that I look at and be like, okay, he gets it. Because Swerve is a rap artist, but he come out looking like, you know what I'm saying, one of the final bosses. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I really enjoy, you know. So everyone has their own style, their own niche, and everyone should be allowed to embrace that and still be able to get the opportunity to become great in wrestling without having to drastically change their character because it's not marketable enough. Even with, you know, the trope, with the sassy black woman trope, which I've always talked about extensively, you know, on my channel. At the end of the day, that's a true thing. I mean, you know, the black woman swagger, the black woman vernacular, you know what I'm saying? The slang, you know, the clock it and all that stuff. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just a part of it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Bianca Belair shouldn't be shunned because of who she is and how she presents herself, because she can do both. You know what I'm saying? She's a very well-educated woman from the University of Tennessee. And she could throw them big hoop earrings on with the long braids. She could tell you about yourself. Jade Cargill as well. Another very, and education don't even matter. All those women carry themselves, you know, with grace and things of that nature. So, you know, I just want all these people to have the opportunity if they can earn the opportunity, which most of them, which a good amount of them have, in my opinion, but to not be held back, especially if you're going to relish in the culture as WWE. So that's just my opinion. I just wanted to say my piece, you know, moving forward. You know, I'm going to have that in the back of my mind. And, you know, I'll probably never criticize, you know, that aspect of character work again, because it shouldn't be a hindrance to their success, in my opinion. So, I'm sorry for yapping, but I just wanted to get it off my chest. This might have been more about me than the wrestling aspect, but hopefully some of y'all can relate to what I'm trying to say. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank y'all for the love, support as always. Hope you enjoyed this video today. I'll see you guys very soon. And hopefully we have, you know, a good week of wrestling. And, you know, I hope all you guys are doing well in life as well. Real talk. I'll see you guys soon, man. Peace out.